Got
Yo,
it.
yo.
Wagwan.
Welcome back, guys, to another ScumCast.
Uh, Coming off of our last hit.
Yeah, from our last big hit.
You may
Wait,
know
so
me
you're
from
up?
such videos as transgender tier videos.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to be known just for that, but it's a step forward. We are no longer the bigots. We are a part of the community now.
Yeah,
Since
we
we
stand.
normalize stuff, dude.
We
Look
do
at
in
me
all
normalizing vaping as well, bro. People shit on vapes, bro. Look at me normalize this
bro.
shit, bro.
I've got some vaping is just mental to me.
Which kind of vaping are you talking?
Well, so at my work, right, there's a guy
Okay.
that take vape breaks. Do you take vape breaks at work, bro?
I mean, I haven't. No, like I did take ciggy breaks when I used to sell cars,
Yeah,
but
I don't know if vape breaks are allowed in my where I used to work when I was back in Australia. There was a guy that I worked with who he was just a hard cunt, and essentially he would take cigarette breaks like 10 minutes every hour or so, and but I respected him because he didn't take a lunch break, you know,
right,
and
right.
because he just wanted to chew ciggy
Sacrifice. Yeah, because he
once an
wouldn't even
hour.
eat. Yeah, he just
Yeah,
when you puff a cig. That's actually funny you mentioned that. Is I was actually talking to a friend, and I was just talking about how when I used to work in the car industry, that was when I was smoking at like I was like that was my peak smoking. Like I'd probably
yeah,
finish like half a pack a day. Or sometimes like depending on the day, how stressful it is, and if someone like nibs a dart off you, it
yeah,
really depends. But basically we would have a lunch break, which everyone would get, right?
yeah,
But you couldn't take small breaks, like little like fuck around breaks and go outside. Like what you could do is be like, oh, I'm gonna go check up on this car and like lie and just like go for a walk somewhere and just
yeah,
like break. But if one of the bosses would see you, they'd go off, like because they'd see you like just chilling on your phone or whatever. And they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you should be doing your fucking work. If you got enough time to look on your phone, you got enough time to be calling up fucking clients.
damn,
But if you had a durry in your hand, the fucking bosses would come up to you because they both smoked, right? They'd come
yeah,
up and be like, oh, yeah, fucking pull one out themselves and start chatting shit. And you'd be there for like 20, 30 minutes doing nothing just because he smokes, you smoke, and it's okay. And so, like, if you were a non-smoker in my workplace, the boss would be like, mate, what do you fucking need a break for? What bloody fuck? Break for what, mate? What do you need, mate? Oh,
damn.
what, mate?
The power.
You're already sitting at your bloody desk. What do you need a fucking break for? You know?
That's
But
power. Do you know at my work, right? There's this the one of the guys the guy that I actually work with who's there full time as well.
yeah.
He smokes cigarettes, so like he's cool.
Yeah.
Like he's got like a big dick and shit. But these other two
That's the only reason I started smoking cigarettes, because someone was like to me, bro, your penis is so big. Like, why don't you try Marlboro? And I was like,
yeah,
sure.
they only trust me, like they work. But so like these two guys are like helping out because we're busy at the moment, and like they kind of sit out with him and like vape, but sometimes they go out by themselves and just have a vape break, like
Yeah.
just to chill. And like it's just it makes it, because personally, yeah, like I said, I think it's fine if you don't take a lunch break. Go and have as many vape breaks as you want, I guess, because you're not eating. But
Yeah.
they also have their lunch break for like ages, and I'm just like, what the fuck do they get these free breaks for? And then like
Told you.
then the audacity, right? So we've got this other guy that works for me. He's a nice guy. He works like helps me out and does all the shit I don't really
Slave
want to
work.
do.
Yeah. Slave work.
But
He's
yeah,
not
yeah. But he has been recently influenced by these fucking like these guys, because he doesn't vape, he doesn't smoke, but when they go out and vape and smoke, he goes out and just sits with them. And,
right. But
and I'm
see,
just like, and I don't want to sit with them because I have no, like, personally, my opinion of work is like, when I get there, I'm just gonna work because like I just want the time to go past and I don't want to think
right.
about it. I don't want to talk to anyone really. If I'm not being honest, I don't like. I'm just in my own world. I got my headphones in the whole time. Like whole time, I'm in my own world doing my shit, right?
Yeah.
And like that's not to say these guys aren't nice. I don't want to talk to them or anything. I just
Yeah. We're just in
not
work
cool.
mode.
Yeah. So especially in the work, I work in a factory. Like I work in a so I don't want like they're not like, oh my god, such a cool guy. Like they probably think the same about me if I'm honest. So it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But I just
You don't smoke, you're a weak cunt, bro. So
100%. I'm the beta.
You're a bitch, bro. You're an honest bitch.
I'm the beta. But like, yeah, I just don't get it because like as soon as like especially like the guy that's just sitting with them, like he's just being lazy. Like, and I get being lazy, but like the problem with me being lazy, when I get lazy, like the day goes so much slower. The day goes so much slower. Just fucking make like if I get lazy, then I'm like I'm watching the clock. I'm watching the phone, and I'm like I know what time.
Yeah.
If I just don't know what time it is, the day goes past so much nicer.
That was the one of the first things that someone taught me in retail that stuck with me forever was just don't check. Like you can check your phone, but just don't check the time.
Yeah.
Check the messages. Just don't look up at the fucking clock thing. Just don't pay attention to it.
Bullshit, man. People are like the last hour goes longest. No, the last hour goes quickest for me, bro. I'm like last hour. It goes past hell quick because I'm like hell happy and shit. Like it's a great time.
Yeah. The first hour for me is the slowest.
Yeah. Oh no, not the first. The second for me. The first hour I find is okay, but then the second, third, it starts getting like.
I think it's because I'm not a morning person. The first hour is slow for me because it's like I'm just dragging my feet everywhere. I'm just like, oh, I can't be far. Like I would legitimately some mornings I would legitimately make my mornings worse by sitting there and telling myself in my head, oh, I can't be fucked. And then I also realized that doesn't help either. Like telling myself that I can't be fucked or that I don't want to be here, like it just doesn't, it only intensifies the pain. But speaking of like just being like that at work and being antisocial, I feel like most of my life I've been pretty extroverted,
Yeah.
But as I age, I'm really understanding that before there's that Kendrick line where he's like he says I'm an antisocial extrovert.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm becoming that. I really do. Like now, like I sit at tables and even though I don't mind being there, I don't really have much to say anymore. Don't really have anything to really I'm almost kind of like excluding myself while I'm still there.
Yeah, I get you.
It's not draining as in like for an introverted person, sometimes it can be really draining to be around a lot of people. It's not draining. It's almost, I'm that fucking meme now, that guy in the corner that's like, oh, I bet they don't know what sample this is.
Bro, it takes a lot of strength to become that guy.
It does. And I'm gaining that strength, honestly. I'm gaining the strength and experience to be that guy. But it's weird because the older I get, the more antisocial I'm becoming. I don't know if that's like for everyone. Like, I don't know if that's like a thing.
I think it is at your age, right? Like when you
I think you start like seeing the world differently to other people. When you're a kid, you're all kind of seeing the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're younger, at least, like I don't feel like I was this antisocial in my early 20s, but maybe that's because like that's like your boom, like 18 to like 22 or some shit is like, wow, let's all do something. Let's all fucking fuck yeah.
You are really old now, bro.
I am.
You're like what, like 27?
I'm 2 years older than you, bro. I can legitimately spit on you and you can't do nothing.
Are you like 28, 29 now?
No, I'm 37.
Oh shit, yeah.
I aged here from all the alcohol I've been consuming.
I saw a statistic the other day that apparently in Serbia the most popular drink is rakia.
Yeah.
Not even just like I don't like that's including tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just straight up.
People like older people especially. It's like when you're younger, you don't really it's funny when you're younger, you don't really drink that much rakia. You're mostly like a beer drinker, most of the people here. And when you're really drunk, when you're celebrating something, you have rakia. But majority of the older people will just wake up and just like have just one shot to like they say it's good for your like digestive system and everything, which is true if you have one, you know.
Yeah, I do.
But
Honestly,
that's not usually the case.
that shit kills you. Like,
It
like
does. It
that
really
shit is
does.
like how you can't do that is like how you sip on it is disgusting. Like
Right.
you're like your stepdad used to fucking peer pressure the fuck out of me.
Yeah, bro. What a guy I
Like
had.
call me a bitch. I can do it. Like what the fuck, bro? I remember like one time, like I wasn't even like really drinking. Like I was just like, yeah, nah, man. Yeah, nah, I've just got a big day tomorrow and shit. Like, yeah. And I don't think I was even spending that long with you guys. And he's
Yeah.
like fucking putting it in from me, like in front of me, just fucking like pouring it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, see,
I wouldn't take a shot normally. I wouldn't take a shot normally, and he's pouring this. This is bullshit.
that's the other issue here is you'll be sitting at a table, right? And it's the culture is very different, right? I was explaining to people over here, like when you go out in Australia, like it's very rare to have a close enough friend group where someone will be like, oh, I'll buy a round for everyone. And like we all get drinks, right? Usually in Australia, it's like when you're thirsty, you're like, oh yeah, I'll go get myself a drink. Or you might just get a drink for one more friend, you know, or something like that. Here, it's like you're just sitting at a table, right? And you buy one round or some shit, and you won't even realize next round will come. Someone will be like, oh yeah, get us the next round. And so you end up getting drunk every time you sit down because by the time you finish your first drink, there's already last night I was drinking at the pub and there was 2 drinks waiting for me, and not just small drinks, those fucking, you know, those someone's calling me. Hold up. What the fuck? And it's not a number I know.
Oh, put it down.
Yeah,
Unless you're not live.
I'm not gonna answer, and I'm just gonna say, who's this?
Busy. Who's this? Are you gonna go through your situation on here?
What the fuck? Did it just pause the?
No, it still says recording to me.
Okay, why is it thumbnailing me?
I have no idea, bro. We've been interrupted.
I know now it's fucking show
You
active.
look fine on my end.
Huh?
You look fine on my end. It still says recording.
No, it is recording. You're just like not there anymore, dude.
Oh, that's a shame. Just gonna have to look.
Video. What the fuck?
I wish I could see what you were talking
Oh,
about.
now I can see you, but you're on a small thumbnail now.
Just
What the fuck?
touch me and enlarge me.
When I press you, it. What the fuck?
I'm over here.
This is so annoying, cunt. This.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
I can see both of us, but it was so miniature. But it's okay. It's fine. Cool. It's honestly fine. Anyways,
you're miniature anyway, bro.
I don't think I want to speak on my situation really, just because like I don't know what the it hasn't been fully processed yet.
Yeah.
So there's no real reason to talk about it until everything's processed and I get my passport back.
Until you go to court. Right, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, until I go to the court. back in Australia, back in Perth, I'll go to the court straight away when I come back. And not the court you guys think. The club. The club, the LGTV club.
LGTV.
Yeah.
They should have that should be a YouTube channel about pride and shit.
Yeah. LGTV.
But that wouldn't be inclusive.
But then you'd be missing letters. You'd be missing all the other letters. So you can't.
Do you know they've got a flag at my gym now? Like, I don't know why. There was one just like there this morning. It's just like, yeah, let's celebrate. You know, let's celebrate these fellas because it is that month. Did you see MLB?
The Armenian thing?
MLB took down, like they got a bunch of shit because like they like took away their gay flag from their logo.
Right.
Bro, we need our logo to be like Pride Month.
Rainbow friendly.
Bro, just this month though.
Right, but isn't it Dinosaur Month?
Nah, bro. Nah. Have you seen the NickMercs situation?
I did see the NickMercs situation. That was fucking very random. But
Call of Duty,
before we go
bro.
to the NickMerc, before we go to the NickMerc, let's talk about what he talked about originally. Where
right.
in America there was a protest by like a community of like Armenian parents trying to make sure that their kids aren't taught about furries and shit. So it wasn't really even like about like the
That to me
LGBT.
is interesting. Like, how many schools are actually teaching that?
Dude, wait, so what are furries a part of the LGBTQ community? I'm so
Yeah,
confused.
well, I'm pretty sure like the blanket statement is
Covers
just
everything.
like inclusion of everything. Just like be like cool
That's
with it,
wild. I feel like that's honestly wild because you're basically saying someone that likes
but not
someone of the same gender
not pedophiles.
is
Those
the
ones don't.
same is the same as someone that thinks that they're an animal. That is wild.
Do you know also?
That assumption is wild.
Do you know what's also kind of wild, right? For an example, what if a kid comes out and says, "I'm sexually attracted to adults"?
I think that's most kids.
Right? Yeah, but like
Because
that.
like when I was like, I remember like when I was 6,
But,
I
we don't
wasn't
allow. But
into
we don't allow
girls
them
my
to like
age.
make that decision, right? We don't allow them to make that decision.
Right.
Oh, you're attracted. What are you going to do about it? What are you
Yeah.
going to do about it, kid? Like you can't make so. But like now it's like I don't know because like that situation, right? Like I don't know. I'm sitting here and I like obviously when I went to school, we didn't learn about fucking gender and shit. We just like did math like normal kids, right? Like we did.
We learned in biology what genders were.
Yeah, but even like I'm talking primary, like the first 6 years,
Yeah,
like when
yeah,
you're like
yeah.
not doing anything, you don't learn about any of that shit. Like you
No.
don't thing that baffles me, right? Kids don't even know what like that biology is. So no kid is ever coming up to someone and being like, oh, like so say for an example, you got a little boy that comes up to you and says like, oh, like
I
I
don't
like
have a little boy, by the way, guys. I don't.
yeah, no, you don't.
No.
But like, say he comes up to you and says like he wants to start playing with dolls and shit. Like wants to play netball. Like he wants to like do some fit feminine shit, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. I understand the doll part, but what about netball, bro? That's not just a feminine sport, bro. Men can
Right.
play netball,
It's a
idiot.
very sexy sport. That's
Oh,
what it is. It's
fucking
a sex
stupid idiot,
basketball
bro.
without the physicality. But anyway, besides the point.
In the
Like
ring.
say
Not
for an
the rim,
example,
the
comes up
back.
to you, the boy comes up to you and just says, I want to start like doing girl shit. Like I don't like all this boy shit. Give me some like girl shit.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. It's like cool. You like the I think the idea is like just let him do that. Like
Dude,
whatever it
when I
goes.
was younger, my first 2 friends were girls. What the fuck do you think I was doing with them?
Yeah, like but like I just don't get where that leads to the kid thinking it's a different like it doesn't think that it doesn't know what that means. The kid, imagine right?
It's
It
all
takes a
planted
fucking
idea.
well-developed.
All
It takes
planted
a well-developed 5-year-old to come up to you and be like, "Chop my dick off. I'm sick of it. Like this isn't me. This isn't me. This down here isn't me. I need
idea.
this.
I want a pussy.
I want pussy.
I want
5-year-old kid.
pussy. What
5-year-old
if
kid.
that's the
Not happening.
confusion? What if he actually wants pussy? So he's like, I want a pussy, so I can finger my pussy.
Maybe, but see, that's the thing, right? I think it's just extremes taking using something as a pawn, all right? Like, so it's just like for the people that want like gender politics to be the be all and end all, they're
Yeah.
going give kids like we need to allow kids to do whatever they want, be whatever they want, and then it's the other cunts that are like fuck gender politics, I don't like it. They're like, wow, these guys are taking it too far with these kids. And it's like I don't think the kids actually ever know and ever really feel anything. They're just being used, which is the sad thing in both sides. Like both sides are being like pushing the kids and making it a problem on the kids. Where really push it teed. But like it's like it's stupid. It's stupid. We're just using kids as a weapon, and it's just like kids are propaganda, bro. The kids are the propaganda.
But that's the problem. Is like people do that all the time, not just with the whole gender thing, but like people use kids and people you just use kids and waste like, and I say that from a standpoint of like people that are lacking love and have a void inside themselves. They rush into having kids and shit just so they can feel like, oh, I'm loved finally. And I have someone that won't ever leave me because they're mine. I made them. They came out of me. Or, you know what I mean? Like, That shit's wild to me. And then you fuck up the kid because you rush into a relationship with someone you don't really actually love, and just for the sake of like, oh, just for the sake of having a fucking kid. It's wild.
Yeah.
That's using a kid, man. Like I've seen so many people fucked up from shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that's why that thing with that's why like the thing with NickMercs, like he doesn't even like say anything.
no.
Genuine.
He said leave the kids alone. He
Yeah,
wasn't saying it either side. Like you could
yeah.
you could have that argue for both sides. Leave the kids alone, as in the
Let them
immediate parents should just let their kids choose
yeah.
what the fuck they study,
They
or
just
the other
assume,
case of leave the fucking kids alone. Stop fucking forcing ideologies onto them.
yeah, it could be taken either way, and that's why it was so crazy that Call of Duty like nope, which is I guess it's kind of like I guess it's up to you now. I guess when you get in that position that he's in, where like you just don't. I guess you just don't because he's obviously reliant on those things to make a living. Like he's reliant on his sponsors, he's reliant on everything. Like if you're in that position where you're relying on huge like brand deals and such, like you got to know what brand you're dealing with. Like if you're dealing with Bud Light, if you're dealing with Call of Duty, Activision, apparently, like you got to understand that you can't say things now because you're just gonna lose your money. You know, like
It's great. Have you seen that's a new trend now? People are uninstalling all Activision games now.
yeah, which is like look at the end of the day, Call of Duty have every right to do what they do. Like it's their choice; they can go whichever way they want. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I mean,
It's
they
not
can
like
take it off,
yeah,
but
exactly. Do
I
whatever they
think
want.
people are just mad about the reason that they took him off for.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not going to stop people from playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty probably won't feel a huge
No,
difference.
no, no, no.
The game's been anyway, so it's like not really a huge, like I think the whole like I don't know because it's stupid in both lenses, right? Like it's like I truly don't think, and obviously I'm not in America where most of this happens, but like I truly don't think kids are being pushed too much like in schools. like what are they getting taught like realistically? Like I don't like that like whole put like when you said the Armenian like families were like stamping on it, like what are they actually getting taught in the schools? Are they actually getting taught that like that they should are they getting pushed to be gay? I don't think so. Like at
Well, no,
least
it wasn't. I don't think that the whole argument wasn't about people being gay or anything. It was about furries.
yeah, that's wild. So what we should be, but like okay, we should probably accept them. If someone wants to be a fairy, go for it, right? I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit.
I think
Like,
people are just scared. Like what you're saying is like it's like propaganda from each side. It's just kind of like it's the same. I feel like it's the same kind of thing as you could say with like if you like force your kid, not force them, but your kid goes to a private school, and a lot of private schools religious religious type private schools. You know what I mean? And like your kid will have a class that's where they're forcibly taught religion, and like maybe they won't follow it or not, but it will indoctrinate them in some sort of way.
well, yeah. So I went to a private school when I was like, I think like 5 to 10. I went to a private school where we had to go to church and shit. But like most kids that I know, like we just despised that. Like we just like we
Right.
would like muck in church. Like church wasn't a time for me at least to be holy. Like I was sinning. That was when I was sinning the most. Right?
That's when I was popping
Like
pilly, popping
see,
pilly
I knew that's
church.
crazy. To me. I just knew from a young age that all this shit was bullshit. That's just why I know I was a different breed because. Like I even from a young age, I was like, this cunt doesn't know nothing. This cunt's spewing lies up there, and then you listen.
I
They make you
always
kneel on these wooden things. These wooden things. Do you know how much that hurt? By the way, they made you kneel on these fucking wooden like chairs that were set. Like I don't know where this was. This
but
was
did
my
you go, was it a Catholic?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they were preparing you.
They were.
They were preparing you. Yeah.
Money,
Kneel
money.
in front of the priest, get them fucking knees calloused, hardened.
Right. I can't. I just like. I remember all the time, like the holy water getting fucking thrown around, fucking people turning it into fucking water
What
fights.
makes it holy?
I don't know, bro.
Just because it was like,
Pope
bro,
himself.
it's wild to me. It's holy because the pipe working is going through the church, and now it's holy. And because some guy fucking put some other shit in it, and then like said a prayer over it, and now it's holy.
Okay.
Because
Probably
a random motherfucker that was a kid just like you 20 years ago But now he knows all of these fucking different words. Now he has the power to make something holy. Okay. Okay. Right. Definitely. Yep. You know what? That'd be wild if I could make things holy. Because right now, I'm drinking some holy drink right now. Boobity bobbity. There we go. Holy.
Boobity bobbity boo.
Boobity bobbity. But
yeah,
it's all pretty fucking wild. I mean, this whole world is collapsing, bro. Honestly, like from every fucking side you look, some shit's going on. Like the fact that people are so stressed about all of these other little random subjects just means that the big empires are collapsing, because it's like, dude, aren't you like worried about all of the war shit that's happening? That's like Russia's preparing further, moving closer through Asia. China is moving on Taiwan. There's some other shit going on in Africa again. There's just like, it's just, dude, like what the fuck? Like, man, like
why on earth would that?
But that's the thing about media, bro. Media, all they want to portray is they just want to distract you, bro. They just want to make sure that like you're not paying attention, you're not worried, everything is fine, guys. You don't, because you know what's politics really? It's voting. It's all about voting and all that shit. And so if you can make it seem like everything is fine, then you'll get a vote again. You know what I mean? But guys, if you're listening to the podcast, no, nothing is fine at the moment. Everything's going to shit. It's collapsing.
I think it's also kind of different, the opposite. Like, I think that's such a minute substrate of like the human being. Like, again, I've never met someone, right? I've never actually personally met someone who is for all this weird shit going on. Everyone that I speak to ever day-to-day life is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of fucking weird.
You know, not even just that. You know what everyone mostly says? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You have your own issues. You have your own day-to-day. Yeah, maybe you might have someone in your friend group that might be like a part of that, and so they talk about it or whatnot. But even they don't talk about it constantly. It's not their whole life. It's just a section of their lives. You know? Even the fucking furries, you know what I mean? I bet you they don't just talk about being an animal. They've probably got some other shit they talk about. They're into Call of Duty.
I reckon they talk about it. Yeah, they're probably big Call of Duty fans now.
Yeah, they're playing Call of Duty and drinking Bud Light now. Like, they don't give a fuck.
What did Bud Light actually do? Like, did they just do a weird ad?
No, it wasn't even a weird ad. It was a transgender chick that basically just did a sponsored advert for them. It wasn't even like an official Bud Light thing. She was just like one of the sponsors, and she was like drinking it, like their new Bud Light brand with like the rainbow on it. And so like all the fucking conservative Americans just blew up because they were the Bud Light drink. You know what I mean? Like they were the prime audience. And then someone in Bud Light was like, you know what? We should include these other people too, make them feel included. And then all of these other people were like, God damn, Bud Light, I ain't never gonna drink Bud Light. I was gonna say,
like Bud Light was the one beer that like I could like kind of stand. Like I could drink it.
We're talking about Bud Light because I don't feel like we had Bud Light in Australia. We had Budweiser.
I've drank it here.
You drank it here?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's not as strong.
Man. Hey, listen here, bruv. You're not a real UK. You're not a real UK man. You know what you drink when you're in the UK? Red Stripe, bruv. Red Stripe. You fucking bumbleclap idiot.
Red Stripe.
How do you not know?
Why would I know?
Because you live there, bro. That's the fucking drink over there, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue, man. That's
yeah, but you're not really a beer drinker, so it doesn't really kind of like.
I literally work next to a brewery, and like they give us free beer, but I just can't. It just tastes disgusting. And I don't have the stomach to tell them either. Every time they come and offer it to me, I'm just like, yeah, fucking chug it down.
I don't like pale ale. I don't like pale ale and shit like that. But I like beer.
Yeah.
Guinness,
really like strong.
Guinness either. Oh.
Really strong. Like there's one called Mosaic, and it's like and it like that's the one I've like taken, and I've had like every now and then I will try and score one down just because like, you know, I feel like a man once every
yeah you want to get back your balls sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, I struggle big time. Like every time I go into it, I'm like, yeah, this time I'll finish this one. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's gonna be worth it when I like, feel buzzy afterwards. I'm gonna be great. Take that first sip, and I just hate myself, and I'm like, and I just want to fucking go back to my like,
I don't know.
Captain.
I like beer, man. I can handle a lot of it, especially recently. I've been training almost every day, and when I say training, I don't mean training fucking running and shit. I mean training my liver by drinking consistently.
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing it there. Like every time I speak to you, you're kind of just like, yeah, I had a big night last night.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and I'm probably
tough.
gonna have a big night tonight again because there's like musicians coming to the pub, and every Saturday that's what usually happens.
Damn. So just because, like, yeah, okay, yeah. I
My
guess so.
man's right now. They just roasted a pig in
Oh,
the
that
back.
sounds good though. That sounds legit.
Yeah, in the back. Now they're drinking. I can hear them shouting. They've already called me twice. So
Yeah, stop doing that pussy podcast.
yeah, you fucking loser. Stop fucking trying to do something with your life. Come
Stop
drink.
stop talking to your phone.
You know what's fucking wild here? And look, I'm not snitching on anyone particularly. I'm not saying any names or anything. Honestly, just the genuine is like legitimately just the culture here. And I know Serbia isn't the only place it happens. Like a lot of the like Balkans and some of the Asian countries, and from the friends that I've talked to from Asian countries have told me the same thing, where there is no like age limit for like who you get, like who you sleep with or do shit with. It's fucking weird, dude. You'll see like 30-year-olds, like, because here from the age of like 13, 14, depending on how you look, you can get inside a pub and start drinking.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's no one waiting at the front being like, oh, license, please, or whatever, like checking your age, or we'll even decline you a drink. Like the culture here is a drinking culture. So it's like, oh, as soon as my son he's finished this, year 8, now he can drink,
Yeah.
And in Australia, it's not like we didn't fucking start drinking from early on as well, but it wasn't like accepted. You couldn't go to
It
pub.
wasn't like pushed. It wasn't pushed by
No,
parents.
no.
Yeah.
You had to hide it. We drank in
Yeah.
pints and shit, But here, it's not like, it's actually not even. It's encouraged. It's an honor to be able to start drinking already. And what I mean by that as well is like you'll go out here, and as I said, you'll have 30-year-olds hooking up with 14-year-olds.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And fucking them and being in relationships with them and shit like that. And no one, like, the thing is, not everyone is like accepting of it. And some people frown upon it. Me especially, because I'm from a different I grew up in Australia, different culture, but
Yeah.
over here, it's like, you might just get like a slap on the hand, like there's no jail time. There's no nothing like that. People would like genuinely like, and it's creepy, dude. It's creepy because you see these older cunts that like, they can't really like, they've either like fucked through most of the girls in like their age, right? Or they just can't really like, they can't like, most of the good girls their age are already married, have kids and shit like that. So they just go for the new generation. Every time a new generation steps in, they're like, here we go.
That new popping, bro.
And the crazy thing is, the girls, like the younger girls, that's who they like. They like the older guys. And it's just,
They like them until, like, if they like them until they like don't, if that makes sense. It's kind of like
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, until he just fucks her and then just like leaves her. And then like, she's a kid, bro. Like it's honestly wild. Like
it's the same thing. Like, I remember heaps of times being in like year 7 at school, and like some girls dating like a year 12 for some reason, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
That's still okay because
No,
he's 17.
but you're like, wow, what the fuck's going on there? But then when you
Right.
get to like, you're like, oh, that guy's actually fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, yeah. In year 7, you're like, wow, that guy's cool because he gets the hottest year 7 girl. But then you're in year 12 and you're like, that guy's the saddest kind of alive.
Yeah. I was like, what's going on in his life? Like, he's struggling big time. yeah. So it's like,
it just it really honestly just weirds me out just because I'm just not used to it. I'm just not like, and they all like they all encourage me to do it as well. They're like, oh yeah, just get with that girl. I'm like, how old is she? They're like,
you're what?
she's like 16. I'm like, there's 10 years difference between us. And they're like, so what? Oh, my parents are 12 years. And it's like, yeah, but fucking, that's your parents, cunt. That's not me. I'm not.
Drive eyes on the 11-year-old anyway, so it's like,
huh?
You have eyes on the 11-year-old anyway.
Yeah,
so.
bro, come on. You guys are fucking missing out. I don't look for the girls in the pub. I look for the girls in the park. You know, it's no, it just weirds me out. It does. It really does. It makes me a bit like, it makes me feel icky. Just because, like I said, like if I grew up here, I would probably like normalize it in my head.
Like even talking to a 16-year-old right now hurts my brain.
Dude, that is the first thing that I asked one of my friends. I was like, what do you talk to her about? And he's like, well, and I'm like, so nothing. Absolutely all. And she has zero fucking in her. And usually, you know, the young ones that don't like the older guys have a little bit of fucking something a little bit of marble in their brain, you know, they got something. They're like, nah, this guy, you know, this kind of creepy. He's like almost as old as my fucking dad, you know, and he's fucking me up. It's wild, dude. It is fucking, like I said, I can't say, like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really judge because it's been going on for generations and generations, and it's so normalized here, like I said. But it's just because I grew up in a fucking different society. To me, it's just fucking weird, bro. It's just strange.
One question for you is, how is your Serbian community reacting to Jokic at the moment?
Oh, bro, we're the best. Us Serbs right now, we're the best in the world. Djokovic is about to win his Grand Slam as well, and that makes him, I think, on par with Nadal for the most Grand Slams of all time.
Yeah.
And then, Jokic is about to win his ring, even though they robbed him of the MVP, which is cool. He'll be a postseason.
He'll get finals. He'll get finals MVP.
For sure. And even if Murray or someone gets it, I won't care.
No, they won't. Murray, they won't.
Yeah, he'll get it. Dude, he's broken 2 records in 2 games again as well. So
he dropped like 40 other games as well, didn't he? Like he's gonna get it.
So all I can say is us Serbs right now, we're feeling like we're the best in the world at everything.
How does everyone feel when you're rocking your Miami jersey? Because like you're like obviously stuck.
They didn't say anything.
They're not fussed. Yeah, okay. They didn't beat you up. They're like fucking.
They can't beat me up.
I was gonna say Miami, but I might have to start supporting Miami now because I support Inter Miami. So
yeah, I seen that switch, bro. I seen he made that switch, bro. He's scared. I get it. He's scared. He wants to play in a shitty league, the American League, because he's scared to go to Saudi and versus arch nemesis. I know. I understand. Even though they offered him way more money, Messi's like, no. I'm safer here.
Yeah, he's closer to home.
And honestly, do you know what I actually think it is? Do you know what I think? I think he didn't choose
his wife, I think.
No.
I generally do think it's his wife.
You know what it is?
Florida drugs.
In Saudi Arabia, they're not very accepting of different types of people, right?
They're really accepting of Messi. Did you see like the shit he got? Did you see how? Did you know what actually it is? I actually think
if they found out that he's got the tisms, they would fucking rip into him. He's going to America because America is a country of tism.
He'd be treated like a king in Saudi Arabia.
Maybe. But
the genuine thing that I think it would have more to do with is his wife, because they don't treat women like that in Saudi Arabia.
No, but they remember how that's what Ronaldo was worried about as well, because him and
I'm not saying he would have been badly. I think she would have been fine, and like all of his family would have been. But I genuinely think.
No, but Messi is at least married to his wife. Ronaldo's girlfriend is just his girlfriend. It's his partner. They're not married. They have kids, but they're not married. And so she's actually got less. She's got more restrictions on her because she's not his wife, right? And so, but because it's Ronaldo, they were like, yeah, well, we let one woman pass. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't think Ronaldo's even going to be there for that long. I think Ronaldo will probably leave soon. But I don't genuinely. I think it's
Benzema signed for like 600 something million for 3 years, dude. That's fucking crazy money, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's stupid. The money is stupid. Like if you think about it, like Kante is earning like $1 million a week, bro. Like he's earning 100 million in 2 years, 50 million a year, $1 million a week, roughly. That is ludicrous money for just N'Golo Kante. Like no one's like, oh, I want to go see N'Golo Kante play football. Like no one. But now Saudi, but like that's what they're doing, which is fair play to them if that's what they
But
want
they
to
want
do.
to strengthen their league and their popularity and their viewership. Like that's the only way. You're not gonna fucking do it by having this random guy that's actually decent, like from there. Like no one's like other than the Saudi.
Yeah, I
Nobody
understand
else.
Messi to Miami. He's really close to Argentina, like really close to
Oh, he's back in the Americas, you know.
yeah, like I mean, especially Florida, like really low, like down south. And also like I think in terms of his monetary value, like he's got shares in like Apple and shit, and Apple TV have like the MLS now, so like he's got shares in like crazy shit. I'm pretty sure he has part ownership in the
Well,
club.
David Beckham owns the club.
Well, Messi. I think Messi even has like like ownership in the club. Like
Probably that was probably part of the contract or some shit.
I think like it gives him a lot more leeway to like go play in Argentina. I think if he wants, because I think he'll go back to Argentina as well in a couple of years to play there. Like genuinely, I think like Messi's weird because like I don't think he really actually gives a shit about like the whole like debate between Ronaldo. Like genuinely, I don't.
I mean,
think
he's kind of won the debate by winning the World Cup.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, no, because it's not a debate. Like, he knows. I think he knows it as well. Like, I think if you go down on like there's two ways to look at football. You can look at football as like a purist, I would say, and then you can look at it in terms of like you can art like because people put like the idea of like Ronaldo's clutch, even though Messi is arguably more like you're that kind of like viewership and like what's the word? I guess like gravitas like that Ronaldo has. Like, he's a celebrity, he's more famous, he's more like he's got so much more charisma. He's a fucking he's a Goliath of the world.
Right.
But like Messi I don't think Messi, like you can clearly see Messi's never been like Messi doesn't even speak fucking English. If he gave a shit about like what like the world, and it definitely goes back to his autism. Like he doesn't give a shit about that kind of like world. He just wants to go play football, like live his life with his family. Like he said, one reason that he hated the last 2 years because he didn't see his kids, which is fair.
Yeah.
I genuinely just do not think he gives a shit about like the whole like he would never be on like Twitter reading fucking these like Twitter threads about why Ronaldo's the GOAT. Whereas Ronaldo, I could see that being the case because he wants.
Oh yeah, he gets but because he goes on live and shit and he reads what people.
Yeah, like Messi, like it'll be interesting. The one thing I'm interested about Messi going to America is if he learns English, because I don't know if he will, because I don't know if he cares. Like
I don't think they won't like force him. Like if you're a different another player, they'll be like, yeah, you need to learn English. But he
name me one person
on fucking
Messi,
translator like, training probably, bro.
Think of one person on Messi's level in terms of like global stature that doesn't speak English or doesn't know English.
I think one of the biggest reasons he moved to Miami is a very like Latin influenced city.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are Latinos that are speaking Spanish and stuff. So like to him, it's, they're speaking my language.
America in general, South America is like that in general. There's a lot of like that's where they all are technically, all like the South Americans that migrate up. So like he'll have like heaps of people where he feels comfortable with. But
there's probably already players there that speak Spanish anyway. So
yeah, which makes so much more sense for him. So it's like the MLS in general is a very like Spanish league. Like there's a lot of like Mexicans, there's a lot of like South Americans because it's like they're better at football than the Americans really. So like there's a lot of that in like every team anyway. So like he's gonna feel so much more at home there, which is like more reason why he'd want to go there over Saudi, which is cool. And honestly, as well, nothing stopping.
He's got money invested in the club. Like that's the move. You know, you wanna like increase the money that you make.
Apple.
Yeah.
Like fucking get me involved in some of that shit, bro.
Yeah. What the fuck? Hold up. Why is it like this, dude? Okay. Hold up.
I'm holding.
Just trying to. I couldn't see. I couldn't see the record, like the recording thing, so I could stop the recording when I need to. But now I see it, so it's all good. What was I gonna say? Something really strange happened the other day. So,
well,
I was posting a song on Instagram as I normally would, to share it, you know, because I'm listening to it and I'm vibing to it. So I'm like, yep, share that one.
Yeah.
The specific song was Jocelyn Flores by XXXTentacion. I put it up, and 30 seconds after, it gets reported and taken down. And not by like a person, like no one reported it. Instagram took it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then I realized it's because it like mentions suicide in the song.
Okay. It's what, like, with the part that you put up, is that?
No, I didn't put like any musical part. I just shared the fucking song through Spotify, and it took it down just because of the fact that, like, I don't know if whether it's they took it down because it's XXXTentacion and he's had like a lot of, you know, criticism and shit going on, but it's fucking strange. It's honestly really fucking weird.
Yeah,
Man.
that is really like. So it didn't give you a reason.
No, it's just I'll read it to you. It basically said, yeah, story has been removed, and then it just gives you our community guidelines, and that's it. It didn't really give you a proper reason, but legitimately within 30 seconds. So I know no one reported it, because no one would ever fucking report my shares when I share the songs. So it was definitely
And it
Instagram.
wouldn't be that quick either. It wouldn't be that quick.
Yeah, no one had seen it. No one had seen it yet. I posted it
and through Instagram, or do you no? Sorry, do you do that through Spotify, or do you create
through
it manually?
Spotify.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how you press share and then you go through Spotify.
Yeah. Because you can create it manually as well. You can kind of.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. You can
Yeah.
screenshot it, post it, but no, it wasn't. It was strange, dude. It was so weird, and I was like wondering, like, whether it's the XXXTentacion like criticism, or whether it's just because the song is like a suicide song.
Yeah, bro, you should put that song up by Logic and try and see if that takes it down.
Yeah, that actually might. You know, you never know.
I wanna die.
Yeah,
I can't remember how it goes.
yeah.
I don't want to be alive. That song, like, was the end of Logic, weirdly.
Even he kind of mentions that. Like, I've actually listened to an interview recently.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he
like, as much as like
he went too mainstream with it, like, and he was
yeah,
better when
he said he didn't really like, he didn't really know why he took that direction. Like he said he wanted to make a suicide prevention song, but he's like, it just wasn't right. But I think you know what, recently
also blew up in
revamped himself. I really respect what he's done. Like his last album, Vinyl Days, I think what it was, or something like that, was actually pretty decent. And then like he's been making new content on YouTube where like he's doing like vlogs, but he's also doing like beat making sessions where like he'll make a beat and then like he'll rap over it and shit. So like you get to see his whole process, and it's really cool. It's interesting. Not a lot of artists do, like not a lot of really mainstream artists do that. So respect to him. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of artists are too egotistical to show like that kind of side to,
because they don't want to. They kind of almost don't want to show like that they might be slower or have their mistakes, so it might not be actually like really good.
Even that they're humans, because like nobody wants to be like, when you're at that level, no one wants to be seen as human. You just want to be like this creative genius that's like kind of out there, and like, you know, you can't see the process because
no one can do what I can, you know.
Yeah, no one can do what, like, it's like, no, well, you probably can. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like, it's really interesting like how the music world is like that, because not many other worlds are like that. I guess like movies and directing is kind of a bit more like that, but like,
no, but you get a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Like a lot of movies, most movies, even back in the day, when you Blu-ray
more, right?
Blu-ray disc, you'd get like the behind the scenes where like they're detailing down why the scene was done like this, and they're showing like da and the process. And there's
director's voice and shit. But like, yeah, like that's the interesting thing about YouTube now is like there are YouTube videos on how to make YouTube videos.
Yeah,
you know, like there is like how to become like and it like it. You understand obviously how it is, and you know the industry, and it is that in every sense of the word. It's really weird how like YouTube came around. Like YouTube was this tiny little thing, and now it's like the biggest thing in the world. But surely there has to be more and more coming on. That's the other thing I wanted to mention to you about. Have you seen all the Twitch shit?
Yeah.
That's how you like. Everyone's like boycotting it now, which is kind of wild to see.
It's funny how like you create this fucking free-flowing platform where you get so many more people, and it starts becoming like the main thing. Like it was like getting to a point where it was about to like wouldn't beat YouTube because YouTube is so like archived with
But
shit.
yeah, but
It was getting
even a year ago, the idea of there being another platform that isn't Twitch, like that you go to, like when you think like you go to Twitch. Even like I know there's been more and more like competitors recently with Twitch and live streaming. Like YouTube does it very well now, like a lot better.
Is it
Like,
Kick, whatever it's called?
Kick does it. Like obviously Facebook do like pay a lot of money for a lot of people. Like I know that all happens, but like if if Twitch ever become not the main streaming site, they fumbled the bag. They fumbled it.
They honestly have. This isn't the first case of them fumbling.
Yeah, because they were in no position, and I mean no position, to ever lose that. And like they the thing, because obviously the best video to watch it is like Moist, Charlie, like Moist Critical, if you like want to see like the actual like reasons or like what they did.
Right.
And he is right when he says like it is them just trying to get as much money as possible, which is weird because they don't need more. They would make more money from being the best and making more people just have to come to their platform.
It's just greed, dude. It's greed. Like that's the thing about people in general is like not even in terms of money, but like when you're in a friendship, a relationship, some kind of transactional, any sort of transactional relationship, the more you give, the more people take.
Yeah.
And it's because like it's almost like so human of you to be like, aha, this person gives, I can take more. I can keep digging, you know, I can keep taking.
How much before they
how much can I take before this relationship goes sour? And when a relationship goes sour, then you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just
sorry, my first mistake.
Yeah, my first of many to come, you know. But for the last few months, they've been having a lot of like issues, and like a lot of their biggest streamers have been leaving them.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Like, I've only really
remember when Kai did that whole like month like marathon thing, and like he broke a record, and he brought so much viewership to him, and like all that, and then they thanked him with fucking shoes. And not any shoes, like the trashiest fucking shoes you ever fucking. Like even he was like, oh, okay. Like he was looking at the shoe and was like, I wouldn't wear this. Like what the like, at least like I understand you want to make like customizable Twitch shoes. It's like, no, just fucking send me some nice Jordans, some exclusive shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't get it. It's like, and I think YouTube probably like saw that and like just perked up because like a lot of people go to YouTube. Kick is obviously the new thing that everyone's paying for. Like Ninja is really interesting because Ninja is like multi-streaming. So Ninja is streaming to everything you can pretty much stream to. So Ninja is Ninja's just everywhere, right? Which is pretty interesting. Like I didn't know that was possible, like to do that, to like just stream to every single possible platform. But Twitch have also stopped that. So Twitch have now said, if you're streaming to us, you can only stream to us. So Ninja's now just kicked them.
Look, you're a huge streamer. I can almost understand exclusivity.
If I'm getting killed, I've got like a lot of people have contracts. Like like again, the only person I've listened to is Moist Critical. Like in terms of what he said about it, he's got a contract with Twitch. I think it was for like 3 years or something like that. But he said as soon as that's ending now, like he's probably going to go try out other things because why the fuck would he stay? He doesn't like.
They're enforcing too many fucking rules and regulations to the point where it's no longer the free platform that it was. It's no like, you know what I mean? Like, and the people that aren't getting like a slap on the hand, the people doing fucking hot tub streams.
Dude, there's so much like weird like streams on Twitch like that now. It's so fucking bizarre. It's like such softcore porn. Like it's like I don't get it. I saw this one stream that was like this girl that was just kind of like she just sat there. She had like 6K viewers. She was just like she was dressed like an animal of some sort, but like not like a sexy animal, I guess. And she just sat there like talking to chat, and the chat was flying. Like,
you're always gonna like the desperation of like men is insane. Like I said, it basically goes back to the whole fucking
because there was. Did you see that
video of the kitty fillers all over the fucking village? Here is like the desperation.
Did you see that video of that guy, that Twitch mod?
Which one?
There was a video of a Twitch mod that was like bragging about like hugging a Twitch streamer and that he came in his pants. He was like, oh, like he came in his pants when like he hugged her, and like he was like bragging about it, and everyone was kind of just like, what the fuck, like
I just don't get it. Like, how much like is that? Just because like is that lack of like is that lack of like sex, or is that just lack of like personality? Like, do you like? I feel like there's like periods of time where I haven't had sex for such a long time, but like I was never like, it never eroded my personality. It never made me more desperate, I guess. Like desperate maybe in a slight way of like, oh, like I should go out there more and try get some pussy. But never desperate in a way of like, oh my God, like if she touched my hand, I came, you know? Like that's
I think it's definitely like an idolization type of thing, right?
yeah.
Because like if say for an example your dream girl who you've been
but
dreaming like
no,
20 years,
no, but like
you probably imagine you having sex for the first time with your dream girl, like Emily.
they didn't have sex. That's what I'm saying. Fair enough if he had sex and he's like, oh, I came in.
No, I know, but we're taking extremes, right? Say for an example, you're walking up to a hotel room with Emily Radzikovsky.
Yeah,
right.
But better say her name right, boy.
I reckon honestly, you're like, how long do you honestly think you're lasting? Because you're not lasting. Like you're a pump.
I'm taking dick pills.
Yeah,
I'm coming in the first 30 seconds.
Say for example,
in the first 30 seconds, and I'm taking dick pills so I can go a second round.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. No, I respect that. I was gonna say, like, if you don't have the opportunity to have dick pills, and you're in the room and she's like ready to go,
I'm eating pussy for about 30 minutes at least, just to prolong the process.
Dude,
I love eating pussy anyway. So for me, it's not like we're extending this. It's like, no, I'm enjoying this. Like there's no like, oh, let me just stick it in. And that's another thing with so many guys that I never understood was like, maybe just because I'm a freak. So I always liked foreplay, you know, I always like doing shit beforehand. But like, I've known so many guys be like, yeah, bro, just fucking stuck it in her. I didn't even finger her, just stuck it in her, just fucked her for 30 seconds. And you know, it's like,
I don't have.
What about her?
I have too much shame. I have too much shame for that. I'd be embarrassed.
I'm not just embarrassed. I feel bad. Like, sex isn't like a dude. Then just wank. Just wank then.
Yeah.
Fuck anyone. Just wank then. If you're not gonna
as well. Do you know what? How the peace of mind, right? Like the peace of mind of knowing that she's came. To me, it just means it's so good because I mean, if I do just bust, if I do, I'm fine. She's good. She's not going to be upset with me.
Makes you more of a man than you fucking a million girls.
100%. Like it's honestly just not hard. I'm promised. It's not hard. It's not very hard at all.
It varies between girls for sure.
Sometimes it takes a bit. Sometimes it takes longer, but it's not hard still.
And also, you don't even have to really make them come. Just make them feel good. You know, I didn't come from every sex session that I had. You know what I mean? It was just like, but I enjoyed it.
Pretty easy, I'm pretty easy.
Depends on the girl. Depends if she got that, you know, if she got that.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you. But I can't.
It's one and done, bro. One and done.
Yeah, I'm lying. One time I didn't get up. Like one time, the one time I haven't got up. Yeah, that was the worry. I didn't come in, I guess. Yeah.
Right. So I was watching a podcast. I was watching Your Mom's House, and one of the producers in there, his name is Ennie. And Ennie's the type of guy that thinks a lot of things is like a bullshit, cap. You know, he calls it cap. And he thinks erectile dysfunction is cap. And he came to conclusion that if you have erectile dysfunction with a girl, that just means you're gay.
Interesting.
Because he's basically saying if you're really, really attracted to someone, you're going to stay hard.
Not stay hard, but you'll be hard. Oh, yeah, okay. Because if you come, but I thought you meant, No,
erectile dysfunction is when you just kind
of. Yeah. See, my problem wasn't that. Yeah, I get like.
I think it's a real fucking thing. Like, I sometimes it's pressure based,
but it isn't. If that makes sense, it is real, but it isn't. Like, if you're a healthy person, it's not real.
Right. If you're a healthy person, it's not real. But then, I don't know.
No, if you're
that's why I said because you can be very healthy, but what if like you're just bad under pressure?
No, if you're healthy sexually, it's fine. Like, so if you're
No,
having
no, but what if? But no. But what? That's okay. Going back to the Emily Ratajkowski situation,
yeah.
pressure. Me fucking some random chick from fucking anywhere here. Like, what am I pressured about? You know, I don't care. Like, I care to like make sure that she has a good time, but it's not like this needs to be good sex. Like, that's not in my head.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
Yeah,
this is now or never. You know, with
Yeah, I've
Emily,
never felt it
like
that way.
this is
That's
now or
interesting.
fucking never. So
I've never known it that way. So like, I think that'd be interesting if like erectile dysfunction
pressure.
is from pressure, because when like the one time it happened to me, it was purely because I don't think I wanted it. You know, like it was that.
See, that's what I was going to say.
I've never felt pressure. I've never held that.
Mine occurred once due to disappointment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, which is it's kind of the same as me. I guess.
Where it was like I expected her one type of way, and then when she took her clothes off, I realized that she was hiding a lot of things.
Like a stomach.
Like, yeah, like a fucking floppy belly, like, and not just like, no, it wasn't like a beer belly. It was like a legitimate, like you had the little curve, you know, you had the droop, and no offense to fatties, it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't even, it wasn't her, it wasn't the, you know what it was? I realized later on, it wasn't the fact that she had the flab. It was the fact that she hid it well, lied to me, sent me photos from angles that were very deceiving. And I think a part of my brain just was like, oh, like you're not who, like I guess it was like I felt catfished. And so my penis was like,
Yeah, I get you. It's tough, bro. It's tough. You got fooled. You got played.
It's a fucking cruel world, man. It is.
It's hard being, bro. It's hard. People don't understand. It's hard.
It's a cold world.
There was a video came out recently about like a trans girl went to a guy. She made a video recently saying like she didn't understand like how it felt to be like a guy, and she was like hating it. And it was kind of like, yeah, it's not I don't like really, it's not like we're not all like the 1%. We're not all billionaires. We're not all
yeah.
like,
Yeah, dude, honestly, you know how women are always like, it sucks to be a woman. It's like, yeah, probably from some angles, but being a man sucks way fucking more.
Yeah, for an average, and if you're talking about average man, average woman, 100%.
Yeah. There's a higher expectation for you. There's also just the fact that like when it comes to, and if we're just genuinely talking about sex, disregard everything. If we're just genuinely talking about sexual selection, men, like I said, this isn't based on women. Men are so desperate that they'll fuck anyone or anything, right? Women are way more selective and have standards, which most men don't. So a chick, no matter how she looks, no matter what weight she is, no matter how many mental issues she's got, she's getting fucked. A guy that has, you know, specific things about him, like even the fucking let's just talk about something that me and you have both been prisoners of: height.
Yeah.
How many women just legitimately will be like, no, like he's attractive online and I've seen his photos, but when I met him in person, he was shorter than I thought. And it's like, not like she's taller than him. He's just not 6'3", you know? And so it's like, oh, no,
it's like the one like 0.1.
Doesn't matter if your face is good. Doesn't matter if your dick works crazy. Doesn't matter if you're like financially set and like not like a millionaire, but you're financially fine. And then like your personality is good. That don't matter, bro. You're not tall enough. You don't reach. She's got the ruler out before she even fucking meets you. You know, she makes you go to Kmart. You know how in Kmart there would be like that fucking measuring thing. She'd be like, oh, can you just go grab that toy over there? She's like, oh, 177.
I can't brag about that to my girls. That's all it is, bro. It's competition.
It is, and it sucks.
I
think that's all I got in me.
It's all me because I'm starving and I'm gonna go get something.
Yeah, I haven't eaten either, so I need to eat some. What's your song? What's your Sunday select?
Mine's probably Gangster Party by what's his name? Guy that sings Crunk Ain't Dead.
I think it's Domo, is it? No, it's Duke
Deuce. Yeah, Duke Deuce. Yeah, and Offset's verse is unbelievable.
Mine is Who Told You, Jay Huss featuring The Boy, Drake. What a fucking banger of a song. Who told you about man don't dance? Oh, who told you that, bro? Even with the WAP at my hip, I still dance. Okay? Fuck, man. All right. Thank you for watching once again, ladies and gents. We are off. Peace.